Hello everybody! We are back with Innocent Life and we are ready to do some more spelunking. We are going to be checking out our next area. Because the water spirit has unlocked the area that we can go to get the ice grail, that would be the most logical step. But unfortunately, if you try to go in there, it won't let you. It'll tell you that you need another item first before you can actually go down into that area, and the item that we need is the Fire Spirit Crest, which is obviously going to play a very important part in actually communicating with and calming the Fire Spirit down. And that is why the green jewels are necessary. The single green door in the game that we can go behind is going to allow us to pick up the Fire Spirit Crest. So it's in the same mining area where we have been going to go to the Giant's Forest. I kind of have to find my way around here. It's been a while since we've actually explored this cave and went all the way through, but if you keep heading northeast, you should be able to find this long corridor with the green door right in the middle. And once you do, you'll kind of actually be right in the middle of Flame Mountain, it looks like. We're sort of right smack dab in the middle of the volcano. Which is kind of scary in a way, especially with it threatening to erupt on us. And we are going to have to climb down this very, very, very long path. Luckily, there is some nice loot to pick up along the way. We're going to be getting a few more tools. We're going to be getting some more jewels as well. We should be able to find our final 2 orange jewels so that we can actually unlock an orange area on our farm. That's the last color that we haven't been able to use yet. I should have tried to take my buggy down. It seemed to me when I tried to do it earlier that I wasn't actually able to open the green door unless I was on foot. And I don't know that the buggy would do very well with all of these curves and whatnot. So it is kind of a long walk all the way down. Along the way, you'll pick up the flame sickle. We have the volcano and the flame sickle. There's 2 different sickles, both tool level 3. This one burns away weeds, and it makes it a lot easier to get rid of any unnecessary thing that you want to cut down on your farm. A very useful tool indeed. And I think that's kind of the last tool we actually get, and we have a full array of tools that are available to us in the game at this point. Our second yellow jewel, and we are now halfway down, but we still have a bit more to go. There should be some chests in this area too. We have another purple jewel and another yellow one. At this point, we should have enough purples to make another purple area unlock. And I think we're still short a yellow jewel, but I could be wrong. I forget if there's anything else in here, so I'm just going to walk the long way around to make sure we don't miss anything. Oh, here we go. Here's another yellow jewel. That makes our 4th one. And another purple one. So 4 chests in this little area here. And then we can continue to move down. Again, kind of a little spirally type area with a red jewel in it. This game seems to favor the color red. We definitely have more red jewels than any other color in the game. Again, just going to be very thorough. Take a look around. There's 3 on this side. One of them is an orange jewel. Another red one. And... oh, another orange. Okay, I thought it was going to be red, but... luckily, now we have 4 orange jewels, so we'll be able to put those in place when we get back to the farm. And at this point, I want to say that we probably have enough jewels to completely fill up the farm between all of the different colors that we have. We have already unlocked over half of it. So this is good news. That will really tap out our farming potential. And once we've picked up all the loot and made it to the bottom of the volcano, finally we can walk up to the altar and pick up the Fire Crest. So let's read this here. A symbol of the power of the fire spirit. It's hot and shining as if it were about to burst into flames. Well, I think we started coming down here about 8 o'clock-ish in the morning, and it's now almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so we spent a couple of hours climbing down, and unfortunately, because there is no fast way to go up, we are going to have to spend a couple of hours climbing back up as well. So if you start this task early on in the day, even if you start right at 6 o'clock in the morning, you are going to spend the majority of your day in this area. So I would recommend kind of putting one day aside for this dungeon in particular, but most of these places we've been have been quite time consuming as well. And without the use of our buggy, of course, it takes even longer. Of course, with commentary, it does make this go a bit faster for me. I do believe when I was doing practice and I was in this area, I just waited for the clock to turn to my bedtime because I didn't want to have to climb all the way back up. That way I kind of got a free teleport out of the area. I didn't have to go through all this work of climbing all the way down and then climbing all the way back up. Unfortunately, that means we're not going to have time today to go and search for the ice grail. And that is also going to be the final area in the game. So once you've talked to the water spirit and you came and gathered the Fire Crest, going into the hole in the lake that she opened up for us and going to pick up the ice grail is going to be our very last step. Now it's the 26th of winter today, so we still have about 9 days left to complete the game. We have 9 days before it'll turn spring, and if that's the case and we don't talk to the fire spirit before then, we'll actually have to play through the game a whole nother year and wait until next winter, which we absolutely do not want. But if you're at this point where I'm at and you have this much time left, I'm just letting you know in case there's anything else that you kind of want to take care of before you finish up. Now there is post-game, I will tell you that now. You don't have to be worried about losing all of your progress or not being able to pick up where you left off if you so choose to finish the story prematurely. And I think before this video ends, I will go back to the farm and I will be putting some of these jewels in the pedestals. So we spent about 12 hours in that dungeon in total. That does give you a little bit of time before the day, or before you start and kind of after you end, but not much. So it would help if you had your battle bot water things for you and things like that, if you really wanted to make the most of your day. And if we check our inventory, we have 3 purple jewels, 4 yellow, we have 8 red ones, and we have 2 blue. I'm gonna go down to my storage area for a second and just have a quick peek and see if we have any other jewels in storage. We have a spare blue one and a spare yellow one. I'll take out the spare blue one. That spare yellow one is kind of just gonna have to hang out on its own. And we'll go ahead and place some of these. Again, I'm trying to kind of strategically place some of them so that the fields are kind of evened out. I think I'll put an orange one here. we'll start unlocking the bigger kind of surrounding areas, the bigger fields. And I have seen some jewel altars in other places on our farm that are not here on the field. For example, there's a set of pedestals down where you keep your animals. And if we have jewels left, it might be worth putting them in there just to see what happens. Because I am kind of curious to see if anything would come of that, putting these jewels in an area that are not crop related. And if we have extras, then I don't see why not. And I think now we just have 2 more spaces. Yeah, we've got this area here, and then we have the large field here that goes all the way around. And I think at this point, my only option is red, and I don't really want to do that. Again, I have so many red jewels, and just not enough of other colors as far as I'm concerned. I want to make it kind of nice and uniform and a bit diverse. And I don't really think I need the space, you know? I think with all of this stuff being unlocked, it gives you plenty of space. So for now, I will hold on to those red ones and I will put them into storage. I definitely probably didn't need that extra red jewel from Jessica, but hey, I wasn't aware at the time that we would be getting so many different red jewels, you know, because it is so much more than any other color. Before I end the video off, there is one more thing I want to mention that I failed to mention a little bit earlier, and that is if you helped Dorothy make the cakes for the Christmas party, you will now be able to make the last 2 cakes that are in the cake section. You may or may not have noticed, if you've been doing a lot of cooking, that you were probably able to make most of the cakes. You were able to probably make the mediocre cake, the shortcake, and the fruit tart, but the other 2 options were not available to you. But after you've helped Dorothy, those will automatically unlock. You'll now be able to make a chocolate special cake and a flour special cake. So that will kind of be the final unlocking requirement to be able to unlock all the available recipes in the game. So if you've been working diligently to fill out your dishes, then that is definitely something that you'll want to keep in mind. As you can see, I'm only missing, I think, 2 dishes, and no matter how many times I cook, the game will just not randomly let me make them, which is a little bit frustrating, but I will keep at it. I have a little bit more time left before the game ends to complete that. So that is it. In the next video, we will most likely go on and find the ice grail. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.